Okay, hello my freaky little darlings. Hang on, let me get my music to acceptable levels, hopefully. If it's too loud, let me know. But, hi! Welcome to Wednesday's stream. Today, I wanted to, shift my focus a little bit back to the campaign building and adventure building aspect of the game, just to get my focus kind of dialed in, because I do have, what is it, 2 weeks? Yeah, two and a half weeks until I will be running the game. So I just want to make sure I don't get too involved in too many large scale kind of things. So today, I'm gonna go back over my notes. If you are one of my players, this is for the VOD later. I'm probably gonna continually say spoiler warnings because if any of my players are watching, there's gonna be so many damn spoilers. And if I find out you watch this, I'm going to be upset. So I trust all of you, but please do not watch this, okay? All of you. I'm talking to you. If you're playing at this on this game, do not watch this, because I work hard. Okay. So there's your spoiler and player warning. The sun is a little less nuclear today, so you can kind of see my face. Who knew? Yeah. So I'm gonna go back over my notes for the first session. Gonna kind of maybe fill in some gaps. I'm gonna build out the little starting community that the players are going to be going into, and maybe we'll figure out some stats for monsters and stuff like that for the travel to the new community, just so I'm 1,000% sure of everything that I need and want, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that is the vibe today. Hopefully we can keep that vibe going for a little bit, at least until I start. I know, at least until I start the game, because I know there is such a thing as too much prep. There is. So I'm going to, we're not going to prep for things that we think the players are going to do. We are going to prep for opportunities for the players to have, and if they bite that hook, great. If they don't, we have it in the pile for if and when they decide to. So we're gonna avoid going too crazy with prep in a very minuscule micromanagey kind of way. We're gonna just kind of fill out the world, but in a smaller, more direct connection. Okay, we are caffeinated. I'm hyped up because I just got a couple wins in Overwatch. I'm upset that game got me back, but my god, it's fun. I can't argue that it's fun, and I know that that Blizzard sucks. Blizzard does suck. But, and I will never give them money. So, there's that. So, I just love playing Junker Queen too much to stop. Anybody out there that plays Overwatch, if you want to add me, my name is like Happy Hermit. I'll put my battle tag in the chat if anybody wants to add me at any point. Yeah. Okay, so once again, no player watching, okay? Alright, so far, what I've got is I've got a pretty good start, I think. So the overall story that I'm writing involves a hag, right? So there was a hag named Laverne, and she was part of a coven, as most hags are. The three of them in her coven were all once little girls changed to hags via the typical way that hags are changed, in a really gross, terrible way. They grew up together into the coven that they formed, learning from their mothers, which was their own coven. I'll probably have to figure out coven names because that'd be cool. Laverne, which is the name of the hag, the main hag that we're talking about. She was her hag mother was killed by an adventurer, by a wizard. We'll get to that later. And so, in doing so, the three daughter hags then formed their own coven separate from the mother hags because they were no longer a whole coven, because you have to have three hags to make a coven. I'm going to say hag and coven about 18 million times. So, during this time, while Laverne was growing up as a hag, something about the transformation within her did not take. Um, as to the reason why, it's unsure. Um, in that I haven't decided yet. There was some discussion about potentially making her a god, like a godchild, like a descendant from some lesser god or something, like an Azamar or some such thing, or some other magical reasoning. Could be having to do with family, could be having to do with, bloodline, something like that. But we haven't decided yet. But something about the hag transformation where it like takes away your soul and your sense of morality, if you wish. We'll say soul because that's a romantic notion that I like. Didn't take, and she kept at least a part of her soul. And she approached her sisters one day and asked them why didn't they try to do good things with their many powers. Her sisters did not like that. They beat her and trapped her in some magical prison. But Laverne, being the best of them, actually, in regards to magic and her talents as a hag, was able to escape and run. And now she is in the material plane in hiding. This was in the Feywild, obviously. She's in the material plane in hiding, in the form of a elder goblin woman, and from there, named Winetta, by the way, and she is trying to create a community of people that are ousted for whatever reason, whether it be from families or communities or whatever. She's trying to make a place for people to come to when they have nowhere else to go. So that's the general vibe of the overall story, and there's going to be, like, the sisters are still looking for Laverne and all this other stuff, so there's plenty of drama in between. So yeah, that's the backstory of what we're dealing with. She can't use her magic most of the time because her sisters will find her. In that she can't use her Fey, like, super powerful hag magic. I'm thinking Winetta / Laverne. She still uses like folk magic and like herbology and that kind of thing, like traditional witchy stuff. In the meantime, she can still kind of do magic, but as long as it's derived from something other than her Fey blood. So she can do small things with a lot of preparation, basically. So she'll probably only be able to like cast rituals, if you want to put it in D&D mechanical terms. So that way we don't have a high-powered NPC that once the PCs discover who she is and what she is, they can't go, hey, you solved this problem. We have a reason for them not to do that, basically. So Laverne / Winetta, now Winetta, the goblin, has just formed the Quick Spring Steading, and within like the last year, basically. In doing so, Winetta is always on the look for magical knowledge, things that she can do to protect herself, protect her community, and get more power without, terrible, contract making like the Fae do. So, in doing so, she has entered into a business relationship with another person within Hollow Hill, a moth folk named Flora? Was it Flora or Fauna? What did I name her? Flora Flutterby. She's a moth folk woman. She is trapped on this side of the plane. She got dumped out here in the material plane from the Feywild, and she does not remember anything. She just knows she's good at finding things that people want, and she likes collecting stuff. of various important that can be anything from, the odd shiny thing, magic items, books, that kind of thing. She's kind of a what do you call it? An acquisition specialist without actually being a thief. She's just really charming. Now, nobody knows she's a moth folk at first. The players will discover that as they travel, in one way or another. And so she puts out a Flora puts out a job board, basically an advertisement of a need for an escort because she has a delivery to make to Juanetta of a bunch of books. So, hence the players come in asking for the job, going from there. So they have about 3 days travel from there. Uh, so here we start. We start in a tavern. I know it's cliche, but it works. Okay? Uh, it works. Um, so you start at the Merry Dragon Inn. It's a very fine establishment, not super high end, but nice, and it's run by a dwarven woman, uh, and let's see. From there, they all come. They all talk to the innkeeper, and she tells them to go up and wait for the person of interest, the employer, up in a room. So eventually, player interactions and introductions are made. Um, and eventually, Jacqueline Morningfall, that is the name of the innkeeper, she also gives them a small little thing when she finds out that they're going to be traveling. She tells them, hey, could you keep an eye out for this bastard, basically, that stole from my till. And apparently he had been taking odd jobs around the city and stole, like, a bunch of money from various businesses before fucking off. So that's their first little side quest, little thing. We'll get back to that later. So, so Flora has this kind of flighty kind of. She'll come in completely disguised. Whether I don't know, I haven't decided if it's going to be seeming, or if it's going to be just a cloak, or what. Probably seeming, and I'll figure out what her human or normal form looks like. But I'm also going to have it so with moth folk, all of their magic is derived from the powder, the dust on their wings. So she always has this kind of dusty kind of like look and feel to her, and smell if you're so inclined. Um, so yeah, that's the initial idea for Flora. Then from there, they will be asked to meet Flora in the next morning. So I give the players, time to ask questions, get to know each other. If they want to go shopping real quick for any odds and ends, things that will, inform their characters. If not, going from there. So, here we go. And then they get to meet Flora at her warehouse, which is a sizable building just outside the city proper, or at least just at the edge of it. And then from there, they'll get to look at all of her collection, which is a bunch of cool stuff. They'll have the option to take a look. She will automatically know if they try to steal anything, because I'm not dealing with that. And then they will also have the option to trade their payment for an item. If, like, they're looking for anything in specific, I'll have them roll and take a look and investigate, and then they'll get to decide if they want something instead of money, because I just want the characters and the players to have that option. Eventually, they head out of Hollow Hill. It's a 3-day ride, like I said. I have planned ahead hexes in which they will travel through. So, we've got the first is they're going to make a road encounter of a bunch of nobility with this great, huge entourage. And if they look closer into it, maybe I'll have a roleplay moment where they demand, make way, that kind of thing. And if they don't move, then maybe some issues will come up that will be up to them. And then, or if the thief, God forbid, tries to like pickpocket somebody and realizes that everything's like an illusion to make this failing noble family look better than they actually are, basically. So there's that. Then the next couple hours, they'll see a ruin, which is basically a small town outside of Hollow Hill itself, about 5-6 hours away, that was decimated by a dragon not too long ago. Uh, then at the end of the day, where they camp, basically, they'll be able to find some sort of herb or plant that is of use or interest. Just some corner of the area that is just lush with life, and maybe if my more nature-based people want to take a look and try to find some stuff, then they can. Uh, then the next day they will find, resting, a gent who is responsible for the Till Taker quest. There will be, a description and stuff. Um, and they'll have their first kind of moral-esque quandary. He's trying to fund his family's farm that's not doing so good. His father passed or left. And so now he's the man of the house, so he's like the oldest of like many sisters, and his mom is there. And he's trying to take responsibility, but he's being a thief about it, which is so the characters have that choice of like returning the gold, and they can either they'll carry it with them because they'll figure that, hey, we're gonna make it back, or they can let him have it. That's up to them. uh, then there's a creek or a small river. Then we get and then they not arrive, but they start to see in the distance the mountains in which they will be traveling to into Quick Spring, because the Quick Spring Valley, or the Quick Spring steading, is in the Viridescent Valley, which is through the Fire Opal Mountains. The Fire Opal Mountains are called so because they, at the very top, when the sun shines in the right way, if you've ever seen a fire opal, they're one of the most beautiful gemstones, one of my favorites. But it looks, it's like a pearlescent fire is trapped inside of it, and it's so pretty. It is so pretty. So it kind of looks like that as the sun hits it or shines through it. You get that kind of fire effect in the middle, of the top and like certain peaks of the mountains, basically. Uh, uh, and like the mountains are made of like gemstone, mostly gems, like huge gemstone deposits. And the reason they haven't been mined to oblivion is because in this world we respect the resources and we don't go insane just because there's a resource that exists. As an aside. Uh, so there's that. Then entering into the Fire Opal Mountains through Cat's Cradle Pass. There's just as they enter the caves that will take them through the mountains, and into the valley, they notice that there's some evidence of a group of people maybe trying to live there, or at least camping there, but it was ransacked, and potential uh, fight there. I haven't decided what yet, so maybe we'll decide that today. Then I rolled up an undead blight in the center of the pass of the mountains. I might re-roll that because I don't want to go too hard on the undead thing too quickly. Like, I'll have a place for that, but having it in the middle of the mountains doesn't really hit for me, but maybe it's some sort of another, like a portal thing opening, any number of things. Um, and then the big triggering event, and again, if I find out my players are watching this, I'm going to be upset. The big triggering event is going to be Flora, if up until now she has not found a reason to show herself. She, as a moth folk, has a thing with light, um, and the gemstones inside this one particular area of the cave glow with their own kind of bioluminescent, kind of multicolored light, and she's going to be unable to help herself, and she's going to fly up there and like pull out or dig through and try to get some of the gemstones. And then, oh look, she's a moth folk, and also, oh, you grabbing that stone like causes a avalanche or a collapse to start. And so as that starts, the players then get the skill check to get it out of there. Flora will get hurt. She will not die, not like the runesmith video that I kind of have based all of this on. She will get hurt, so she will be unable to fly, and then they will make it to the other side. They will be in the valley and okay, but they will be trapped there, at least in until they find either another pass out or dig themselves through the cave-in that happened. So that's your first session. And I know that might be a lot. That might be the first 2 or 3 sessions. We'll see. So entering the caves, I need some sort of something. So where I say it says the undead blight here, I don't like that necessarily. I want to have some sort of encounter for them to fight and use their cool things that they're able to do. So I gotta figure something out for them. Let's see. Let's see if our random table book has anything to suggest. And I don't have my dice, do I? Oh, yep. I do. I have some dice. I just don't have my dice tray. That's fine. Okay. We don't need the dice tray. I say before I lose 1,000 dice trying to roll without a dice tray. Environmental hazards, travel complications. Okay, they have some random encounters listed in here. So let's take a look and see if there's anything that jumps out to us. So we've got Arctic, don't think that's going to help us. Coastal, desert, temperate forests, jungle, do they have caves? Grasslands, mountains. Here we go. So level 1 to 4, obviously, we don't want to go crazy. So we've got llama herders, swarms of bats, always a possibility. Let's see. Some random voices, mephits. I'm not going to deal with mephits right now. Orcs, Azure, gargoyle, silver dragon, wormling. That's cute, but not too early with the dragons. As much as I would love to have dragons in every single session I've ever run, they need to be special. Dragons are special. Etten, whose heads can't agree whether or not to eat the party. That's pretty funny. A promontory overlooking a steep drop-off marked by a jet black obelisk carved with jagged runes. Touching it sends a creature to the bottom of the ravine. There's another obelisk. Where another obelisk will send you back up, but it's broken. Oh, that's just mean. Thugs, magmen, white dragon wormling, giant vulture, druids, mountain environmental hazards. I think I'm already doing an environmental hazards with the collapse, but let me take a look here. Earthquakes, bridge, avalanche, heavy rain, fog, lava, storm, temperatures drop, loose rocks and boulders. Yeah, we're already doing something like that, so I want an actual, like, fight encounter. I don't want to do anything with, kobolds I'm already using elsewhere, so I'm not going to do that. A salamander and a frost giant. Okay. Interesting. So the ones that hit me the most in that one are the swarms of bats, but also I don't want to facilitate the idea that bats are bad guys, so maybe there's something other than bats, but similarly. Gargoyle is interesting. The Etten arguing with itself is pretty funny. What CR is an Etten? I thought they were larger than that. Or more, 5e Etten. What are you? So, yeah, challenge 4. No, no, no. No, 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 no. That's not... They're not ready for that, unless it was just a talking encounter, but I don't want to do that. So, let's see. 5e... Oops. Monsters by CR. So, it's entirely a first level party, plus Flora, who will assist in minor, not huge ways. We've got, you know, the dragon wormlings, we've got bears, death dog, direwolf, dryad, duergar, giant eagle, giant hyena, giant spider, classic, but eh. Harpies, a harpy is a CR1. Hippogriff, Quasit, Spectre. I also don't want to give them something that they'll try to take as a pet, because I do have, like, nature-oriented people, so, you know, don't want to give them too much of a cool pet too early. Dust Mephits. Did anyone else have huge problems with that first, like, Mephit fight in Baldur's Gate 3, where you're going after the whole druid thing, you know? No spoilers, but you know what I'm talking about. And you're going to the meetup place to find that note. The mud mephits were so irritating. They were so... I don't know what about that fight. I guess it was just the numbers. But the bigger guys, whatever they were, I forget. But they weren't so bad. It was the mud mephits that were just... They would, like, spit, like, their mud at you, slow you down, and... God, that was annoying. Hey, Stinks! Welcome in! Nice to see you. That is a really cute neon cat. Proxy glitch cat. How are you doing today, my friend? We're just looking through monster options here. Let's see. Acolytes, Axebeaks. Axebeaks I don't really use all that often. Nasty disposition. Just a chicken. Just a fucking axe chicken. Dretch. Oh, dretches are those, like, demon things, I think. Drow I'm gonna avoid. Again, I'm trying to avoid any of that racial stuff outright. Giant badger. Giant centipede would be mean. Centipedes freak me the hell out, that's for sure. Ooh, 3d6 poison damage. That's rough at level 1. Okay. Giant owl. I don't want to hurt an owl. That's mean. Goblins, Grimlock, Panther, Riding Horse, Skeleton, Sprite. I mean, the swarms are kind of classic. Violet Fungus, of course. Don't want to do zombies. That kind of doesn't match the vibe that we're doing today. Cultists, nah, too early for that. Giant rats, of course. Kobolds we're saving for later. I have an idea for them. Sturges, I hate them. I hate sturges. I don't like them. The fucking mosquito nightmares. Ugh. I could just have them go after, like, a giant goat. Dire goat. They're not gonna want to hurt a goat. I'm pretty sure. Because goats are cool. Awaken shrubs. What's... I don't want to hurt wolves. Wolves are too cool. All the animals I want to avoid because I don't think my players are going to want to fight them. So it has to be something, you know, creepy or unforgiving, I suppose. I can't do a snake because I have a player that loves snakes and they're never going to kill a snake. So I have to avoid snakes. I love snakes, but riding horse skeleton. Sprite. So, Dark Mantle, I guess, is not bad, but even then, it's kind of... Because, wait, are those the ones that... Those aren't the... No, those aren't the ones that look like stalactites. Are they? Hold on. 5e Dark Mantle. What do you look like again? Oh, okay, it's like the squid guy. Okay. Those things are cool. Echolocation, false appearance. Yeah, it is a cave formation. Okay, so... Okay, since I have... Okay, I have reference to people that have already met with issues in this cave system, so maybe it's Dark Mantles that are responsible for such a thing. Spreads around corners, the darkness lasts. Oh, it has darkness, that's mean. Okay, so that's what we'll do. So we'll do Dark Mantles. Obviously attacked. Oops. Okay, so we'll do ×2 Dark Mantles. Hiding as stalagmites. Alright. There you go. So that's our combat encounter. We have some roleplay encounter potential. Alright. So, I have... hang on, where's my map? I have a map of the town. Somewhere in here. There it is, I think. No? No, it isn't. Shit. I thought I put it in a Dropbox? What did I... A low level... Oh, sure, yeah, yeah, go ahead, suggest whatever low level stuff you got right now, Stinks, because I'm real bad at making encounters for low level. I'm mid-tier is like where I'm like chill, like 5 to 10, and then everything outside of that I'm just like I don't want to kill them, but also I need to challenge them. So please go ahead and suggest whatever you got. I thought I have a map. I know I do. Oh, did I just not move it out of downloads? Probably. Maybe I didn't. Oh my god. Okay. I think it's on my thumb drive then, but I don't have that with me at this moment. So I'm not gonna go searching for it either. Let's see. Quick spring. Nope. Okay, it must be on my thumb drive then. I must have moved it instead of just copying it, but that's fine. I will get it later. But Quick Spring is a very, very small town. It's got like 5 houses in it. Houses, like cabins, like very, 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 you know, within the last year or so they were built. So they're all pretty brand new and like done however they could have been. So I've got... Okay, I got my Dark Mantle. We're gonna take this. Gonna put you over here. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, so that's our first like session, our first little arc is getting to Quick Spring. I've basically done NPCs in order of appearance instead of like, you know, which I still haven't. Does anyone have suggestions on how to organize your NPCs? Like, I guess I could just go to, hang on, because I have locations. I'm silly because I never put a location page for Quick Spring, did I? Duh. Quick Spring setting. Alright, so there we go. We've got our, from there, so I will take the NPCs that I've got. So far, alright. So, whoops, there we go. Boop. And I'm just gonna do this rather than make a whole new page for it. Alright, so Quick Spring. You can tell I've gone through various name changes. Quick Spring is supposed to be one word. That's right. There we go. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 NPCs. A large swarm of bats that form a sapient collective mind or hive mind. Stronger than the average swarm and very tactical and intelligent. Kind of like a swarm of cranium rats, but without the psionics. That's interesting. So, I think what I'll do with that, that's a great idea, is I will add that as a potentiality if the Dark Mantle fight is going too quickly. I can, or maybe that'll be the sign. So swarm of, we'll call them hive bats. So a little stronger, yeah, like you said, that would be interesting, and also interesting for them to like try to figure out why they were different. That's a potential like whole thing there. So so that's a great idea. If fight going too fast. All right, cool. Yeah. Again, giving something like that an intelligence to it gives the players not less reason to try to keep it as a pet. So, you know, so I'll mess with the stats of the bat swarm and go from there. So I want to figure out a quest for every NPC that I have. I have 8. 3 of them live in the same house. So these 3, Lila, Ivy, and Fern, that's a mother and her 2 daughters. Then I've got Juliana and her son Caleb. So that's 2 households. Then I've got Juanetta, who kind of lives by herself in like a little tiny witchy house. Then I've got Carrion, who is, I haven't figured out their personality quite yet. I think I'm going to make them really awkward and cute. Carrion is from a kind of toxic tiefling family, and they have left them because they named him Carrion because of like, maybe they were like assassins or something. I haven't figured it out yet. But so he left them because he wanted to go into the fine art of taxidermy. He's still creepy, but he's on unintentionally creepy in this really sweet kind of like Adam's Family kind of way, where he just enjoys he thinks death is weirdly, they think death is weirdly beautiful. I'm misgendering my own NPC. I made him as a him first, and then changed it to they them because I thought it fit them better. Um, so yeah, I think he's just gonna be like really awkward, but still weirdly creepy, and he doesn't understand why people were creeped out by him. That's why he's here. So I need a quest for him, them. God damn, I'm an asshole. God, jeez. You use they them pronouns, idiot. Sorry, I'm just. Then I've got Sirith, who's the woodworker. He already has a side quest for himself. So I'm gonna go through this list, and I'm gonna add an entry for each NPC for a quest. Even the kids. I think kids are a wonderful place to go for quests, because what other than a kid is gonna ask for something from random strangers, you know? So yeah. Oops, nope. Alright. Here's a quest. I've got to fill out a couple more NPC details as well as we're doing this. Quest. Oops. Quest. And okay, I already have a quest for Sirith, but I need to write it down just so I know. I might have to add some more NPCs. I'm gonna be right back. I gotta go pee, so I'll be right back. Give me one sec. Okay, sorry about that. Do I drink too much coffee? No, it is my bladder who is wrong. Uh, okay, so I already have for Sirith, I have, did I put it in this? Here we go. Alright, so, or should I just, maybe I should, I need to make a new page for every NPC, I think. Oh god, that's so much work. Okay. Alright. God damn it. Alright. It's fine. I'll do that later. I'll do that off camera. No one wants to watch that. So, I've got Okay, so I actually, oh, Winetta already has I forgot I made a quest for her too. So he gets, Sirith needs his tools back from a place. Oops. Needs tools back from Sinkhole. That will introduce its own thing, and then Winetta is looking to reclaim some stuff within a former steading, a failed steading. Find and reclaim failed steading. Okay, so those are two of the main, the big NPCs in their quests. So, okay, fantastic. Now, Lila. I'm on my thing. Hang on. I rolled over my wire here. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Oh god, I'm trying to get comfortable. I apologize. I had arm day yesterday. My back is sore. Okay. Okay. So Lila Greenspring, she's the farmer basically of the steading. She's like a great mom character basically. She's got her two daughters, and her goal is short-term goal is to set up a communal farm that everybody can grow and sustain the... Okay, Stinks, have a good day! Thank you for dropping by, I really, really appreciate it. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so... She would need... You know, there's the typical quest of, like, hard labor, but that's not exactly fun. I've got a ranger, I've got a rogue, I've got a wizard, and I've got a warlock. So those are my four, and I've got to think about how I can use their talents for things like this. When I'm thinking of quests, not all of them are go and hunt down a thing and then kill it and then come back. I don't want them all to be like that. So I need to think of talents and abilities that that the characters can show in various situations. So let's see. What would she ask of adventurers? Because adventurers are their own thing. She can do her own farming. She's experienced, she knows what she's doing. But like wild seeds, like it could be just something as simple as that. That could give the ranger something to do. And then building upon that. Here. I've been playing a game recently, if you haven't heard me talk about it already, called Palia. Which is an MMO that's being touted as being cozy, and it's kind of cozy. It's okay. It's the art is cute, and it's low stakes, which I enjoy, but it has gotten tedious real fast. So, you know, maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just not the MMO person, but I have put some hours into it, but it is getting kind of boring, and I'm trying to romance people in the game, and that's really repetitive because it's just giving gifts to them over and over again every day, and you have to wait a day, like a real day, to like give them gifts. So, it's getting old. So I don't know, but it does have low stakes, interesting little quests. Most of them are kind of, you know, basic. Let's see. There's similar, it's just like, go give gifts to everybody, you know, that kind of stuff, or go introduce yourself to everybody, very Stardew Valley kind of way. Stardew quests are another one I could look to. Stardew Valley quests. Oops, questras. I don't know why I turned Spanish there. Friendship quests. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Let's see. That's giving him flowers that he asks for. Let's see. Oh my god, I didn't know you got quests from the dog. That's amazing. That's cute. Uh, that's a help designing a... This is, again, a lot of these are just go talk to this person for me and come back. That's not really the kind of potato shrine. Potato shrine, what the hell? Baby Sona. She made a kid. Wow. Okay, that's adorable. Let's see what Stardew Valley has, because their quests generally are better. You got the help wanted quests. Yeah, sure. Giving gifts. This bitch just makes me want to play Stardew Valley again. Explore the mine, deeper in the mine. Rat problem. Meet the wizard. Forging ahead. Smelting. Initiation. Robin's lost axe. That's basically what my woodworker thing is. That's basically the same thing. What would a farmer ask for from that she couldn't handle herself? My cat is screaming his head off in the background. If you hear that, I apologize. So okay, so here's the thing. I already know what at least one of her daughters will will want from the... Again, because kids are gonna ask for stuff that adults aren't. So she has two daughters. One is a full elf, a sun elf, and one is a half elf. They're half sisters, basically, because of some drama that happened in Lila's backstory. But they love each other. They live together. They're happy here. So I think both of the girls will okay. Ask the party to convince their mother to take a day off and let them try to run the farm. Basically, I think the sisters will both basically approach them together and ask for this, because that's very sweet. And you know, if the characters want to help, there's some shenanigans that can happen. You know, they have to chase some chickens around and stuff like that. You know, cute stuff. So we don't. Not every quest has to be this huge like undertaking type of thing. So what if? Okay, I think Lila's quest will be something akin to Minecraft and like trying to go find livestock, like wild cows. How adorable would that be? Aw. Okay, yeah. Find wild livestock and bring it back to farm to be bred. So like, well, bread to be what's a cool way to say that? Cared for. Sure, that's what we're doing. We're not gonna eat the cows, we're gonna milk the cows, but she needs milk. Okay, she needs milk from the cows, they gotta go get the wild cows. This might sound stupid, but cows were definitely wild at one point, but were they buffalo first? Here's an ADHD moment. Hang on, where did cows come from? That's... Okay, hang on. I don't know... History of cows. Oh my god, this is... Domesticated between 8,000 and 10,000 years ago from aurochs. Okay. Oh, yeah, big, big cows. Okay, I've read that. Okay. Oh, the aurochs. They're actually a monster in this game, aren't they? I think I've seen them. Hang on. 5e aurochs. Yeah, they are. Okay. Hey. Whoa, that's a big boy. Okay. Sure. So they gotta go. That's fun. They have to go. Not. They don't have to kill the aurochs. They have to catch them, which is fantastic. Okay. So wild aurochs with that one. Aurochs. Okay. Fantastic. Um, Fun. And they're CR2, so if they get one, I mean, that's good. If they get two, even better. They're really smart with it. Okay. So wild aurochs, fantastic. Cows. Um, that's adorable to me. Aurochs counts as being one side larger when determining what it can push, pull, and carry. So she needs aurochs both for milk potentially, and to help pull her plow. Like maybe her old mule is getting too big or getting too old for it, and she needs something a little stockier that'll last a little longer. That kind of thing. So that's fantastic. Okay, fantastic. Okay, good, 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 good. So we've got that family and their quests. Okay. So Carrion. Carrion is a little awkward. Awkward and unintentionally creepy. In an Addams Family-esque way. So yeah, he's not so much Gomez Addams. He's not that confident in himself. But you know, he's still like he's just like, isn't it beautiful? You know, and he's looking at a dead body or something. Like that kind of thing. So a taxidermist needs bodies to stuff. He's probably interested in studying the local flora and fauna of the area. So, but he's not a hunter. He doesn't like killing, hilariously. So, why would a taxidermist... Well, I mean, we know why he came, but, like, opening a taxidermist... He needs to offer something else. Something that people need, otherwise. So, what else? What other talent would a taxidermist have that they could offer a small group of people, a small community like this? So, if he's not a hunter, he might have some gift with tracking. I've already got a builder. He's not like an architect or anything. Is he a cook? Like with taxidermy, do you keep the meat in? No, you don't. You have to. Do you? Oh boy, here's another. Okay, here we go. Process of taxidermy. Arrangement of skin. Simplest levels. Okay. Oh god. Oh, it's a cat. Why you gotta tell? Ugh. Most basic forms. Skinning, stuffing, and mounting. Okay, so it is skinning. You just have to know how to stuff it again to... Oh, I see. They make like a little... Oh, that's dark. Okay. Alright. Okay. Interesting. That's interesting. How do you prepare a dead animal for taxidermy? Don't gut the animals. Will spoil quickly because of their thin hide and bacteria. Small game animal immediately put it in a plastic bag. Shh. Okay. This is a very specific niche thing that I all of a sudden need to know about. Okay, field dressing. I know that. Should be skinned. Should not be skinned. Don't gut the animal. Thin hide. Oh my god, this is... Head next junction is cut to the neck approximately 3 inches. After this cut is complete, grasp the antler... When field dressing a trophy to be mounted, don't cut into the brisket or neck area. If blood gets in the hide to be mounted, wash it off with snow or water as soon as possible. Avoid dragging the deer out of the woods with a rope. Place it on a sled, rickshaw, or four-wheeler. Okay. Oh, WikiHow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. So it is the skin. It is just the skin. And you stuff it. Okay. Interesting. Wow, I mean, that makes taxidermy a little bit more impressive to me because of the shapes. Like, I've seen bad taxidermy. Like, I think that was like a whole site. I'm pretty sure it's also a subreddit. I've seen bad taxidermy, and it is bad. It is real bad and real creepy. So it's even more impressive when people can get it right. Like, especially when they like make like lions and stuff and they're snarling. Like, that's a lot of musculature that's no longer existent that they then have to like pull and place, and it's definitely a labor of love, and most likely a dying art in most of the world, not all of the world, because there are still assholes that hunt for trophies and nothing else. Don't do that. Okay. Shh. So you would need salt for one, for preservation, I would think. So that would be interesting, going to mine salt. Again, we don't want to make anything too boring. So it would be... They could also look for skins for them if they have anything like they want to hunt or some such thing. And so he would know preservation techniques. He would know... Oh, he's a seamster. Is it a seamster when it's a guy? Seamster instead of a seamstress? He's a tailor. Fuck it. Okay, so he can make clothes. Okay. Yeah. Taxidermist, and that's an interesting... tailor. Taxidermist, tailor. Tinker, tailor, soldier, spy. Taxidermist, tailor... Creepy little guy. Okay. So he would need dyes, and he would need fabrics, and... Interesting. Okay, so... he would be on the lookout for dyes, plants for dyes, leathers, skins, fabrics and threads, that kind of thing. Okay, so if they come across like spiders, like he could try to learn how to sew with spider thread, like that's cool. Alright, oops. Stop it. There we go. Alright, fun. Now we've got Juliana Farlight, who is the innkeeper of the Dewdrop. The Dewdrop is literally like it's not really an inn necessarily. It's like maybe run out of her house or like on her porch kind of thing. Because I don't think there's a necessity yet in a town this small for an inn, as far as that goes. But she also is a brewer, so let's see. Look out for wild fruits, honey, definitely. That kind of thing. Okay. Where does... I'm going down a Google rabbit hole today. Oh my god, many rabbit holes. Yeast. Where does yeast come from? Classified as the member of... Oh, they are fungus. Okay, 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 okay. Interesting. We love fungus. We love fungus here. In this house, we love and respect our fungus friends. Uh, some yeast species... Okay. Shh. Uses... Yeah. Fermentation. The metabolism of carbohydrates by certain species of yeasts under anaerobic or low oxygen conditions. Mead, beer, wine, all that stuff. Where does yeast come from? AZ reveal. Yeast is a unicellular fungus that lives everywhere. Well, isn't that nice? Releases carbon dioxide during reproduction. Due to this property, they can significantly increase in size. If you add yeast to dough, it will be looser and swell. In the air and water on plants. However, they differ in their origin and properties. You can't add any yeast to your food. You need to choose a specific kind. Baker's yeast only reproduce in an environment saturated with oxygen. To do this, scientists create special conditions, containers with sugar beet, minerals, and nitrogen. Next, the baker's yeast undergoes several processing processes. You can safely use this type for cooking. Brewer's yeast. Darker mass with pungent smell of hops. Brewer's yeast does not perceive high temperature well, but their fermentation process is more active. Brewers add this yeast to alcohol to get beer and wine yeast. Chemical composition of yeast is rich in vitamins and minerals. It is a source of protein, natural iron, and nutrients. Amino acids make up 10% of yeast composition. Most of the product is water. Interesting. Okay, so it's a fungus. Interesting. Alright. Yeast fungus, I guess. We'll just make it readily available in this world because I'm not going to worry about scientific processes. Because you could just shove fruit into a bottle, cap it, and then put it underground, and it'll become alcoholic in like 3 to 6 months. So yeah, we don't have to worry about yeast specifically too much. So brewer, she's also going to be a baker, because if this is a small community, everybody's going to have to like wear multiple hats basically. Okay, that kind of thing. Cool. And to be a brewer and a baker at the same time kind of makes sense to me. Beer bread is its own thing, and you can make beer or bread just from like a can of beer. Like I saw that was very interesting. You just add flour to it and a couple other things, and it becomes beer bread. I haven't yet tried it. I want to though. So, all right. So that's Juliana. So that's just kind of a general overall term right now of just like, hey, I need these things, so keep an eye out while you're traveling. So she also Juanetta also will need the characters to find another pass out of the valley or dig out the one that is collapsed. That kind of thing. Okay. That's also like that's gonna be something that she brings up to the characters, that we're gonna start digging, but if you want to go elsewhere and try to find other areas, and not only that, but find the other resources that are available in the valley itself, because like I said, they've been here for like a year, sure, but a lot of that year was probably based in building up houses and getting to know their more direct, like, neighboring areas. So going outside of that hasn't been needed up until now. Now they're cut off from civilization. They were able to make it with trade and that kind of thing, but now it's a problem. So yeah, that's what Juanetta is going to ask of them. So Caleb, the little one, Juliana's son. Juliana also needs like a partner as well. I can't have everybody be single parents in this place for whatever reason. I just thought of them outright. So let's see. Oops. No, no, no. There we go. Okay. Alright, so somebody Farlight. Yeah. No, you need to go there. There we go. So we've got a woodworker, we've got a tailor, we've got a brewer and a baker. I guess he could just be a general cook. Whoops, there we go. Okay. So yeah, he's... Whoops. Cook, work with me. Notion gets a little weird about stuff like that sometimes. My neighbors are making crazy noises right now. I don't know what the hell that was. It scared the shit out of me. Okay. Alright, so... random fantasy name generator. Classic. Okay. We need halfling names. Halfling... Where are you? Oh, Hobbit, I guess. That'll do. Guido? One of them was Guido. Like, isn't that, like, kind of a bad term? Bovo. I hate that. Pantaleon? Pantaloons? Pantaloons the Hobbit. Oy vey. Gunther. Gunther's a pretty good one. Juliana and Gunther Farley. Sure, I like it. Okay. Alright, so... Alright, so... What other people are needed? You need a hunter. You definitely need an actual hunter, but I don't want to overshadow our ranger, because I'd like them to have that. Or maybe maybe my ranger is the hunter, or they're asked to be the hunter. Okay, so that's what we'll do. The wizard is going to be useful for a variety of ways. They're going to be able to bring in magic to a community that maybe didn't really have a lot of it. Ceremonial magic specifically. We talked about the role of different magics in society, and they'll have access to folk magic, you know, the small, or even tribal magic, depending. But ceremonial magic will be something different that most of the people here would not have had access to. So that's a good place for them. The warlock is similar. The warlock is the nice balance between ceremonial and folk magic, because it kind of comes from practice, but also, well, it comes from a patron who teaches you, but also it comes from within, so it's kind of this balance to me. And it might change depending on the warlock. It might look different, how their patron's powers like shows themselves. Yeah. So the only one I am having trouble with in regards to finding their place in society is our goblin rogue. Now, it is true that they are a forest goblin, so that might make them a little bit more useful in terms of this. They'll be able to also help in the like tracking and survival based situations. But I need something that they can do for a small community that isn't just thieving. Traps, perhaps? That would be interesting. So they could become a hunter in and of themselves. Oh yeah, a rogue. Yeah, okay. So the rogue and the ranger could work together, and that would mean that they have basically both sides of hunting figured out. You have the active hunting where you hunt down things and shoot it, and then you have the kind of passive, I guess, form of hunting where you set traps and you check them like either a couple times a day or every day, what have you. So, okay. So, good. Basically two hunters. Uh, okay, so that, yeah. I'm also going to need to go over their character sheets again. Because I might have to change around some, various... Okay, that's Evelyn's. I gave them, by the way, I gave my I gave my players these like kind of custom. Not that I made them, but they were new character sheets. I'm not gonna name and shame anybody, but their character sheets didn't include some spaces for some pretty important information. That's all I'm gonna say. And we only discovered that as we were building their characters. So I'm going to be plugging their information into a normal character sheet. Luckily my warlock has a normal character sheet after I discovered theirs didn't include all the information that they needed. But it's a pretty big oversight if you're selling them for actual money. I only paid $1, so it's okay. I paid $1 for like 8 different character sheets. And they were all adorable, but they didn't include in any of them. They were like missing spots for your saving throw numbers and things like that. So, yeah. Okay, so Spore already has survival. So that's going to be what their trap making is going to be based off of. Alright, so... Okay, so that's that. Alright. Okay, so basically the rogue and the ranger can work together on hunting and trap setting. So that's fun. And I think they're both kind of stealthy, so that's good. Go. So yeah, I gotta get to plug in all that information in, or I might make my husband do it because he has nicer handwriting. And the form fillable ones that the official like D&D character sheets that are form fillable, the numbers are this big. They're so small, I can't read them. And like I have perfectly fine eyesight. It's just they are so small. And like form fillable is great until like you level up. And then it's a problem because you have to do like you either have to write over it or whatever. So I'll have to very carefully go over them and write in their information. But that's neither here nor there right now. So okay, so we'll have two people that will be coming in as hunters and 2 people as magic aficionados in their own way. And then hopefully as they go, more information and more quests will kind of present themselves, because again I am rolling up the hexes of the valley randomly, but that does not mean that's gonna be empty. It's definitely going to... I'm sure it'll spawn different ideas. I will have to put in their first dungeon, probably after the first session. I have to kind of get a feel for them and like what they would be interested in exploring. Um, and I guess if you want to look at the ruined steading, the failed steading as kind of a dungeon, that certainly can be. But an official dungeon should be in the works. But I don't want to make it right now because of I don't know what they would be into quite yet. Alright, so looking at my quests, the ruined steading that's nearby. I mean, that's a pretty good map there, basically. Now, I think I rolled up what happened. Hang on. Because it was down here. Undead plant puppets within the last. Okay. So that's this. The steading that failed, overrun by... They're like plant zombies, basically, if you want to... I'm just going to be using zombie stats for most of it. Then they get claim of, you know, what have you, but... Tortures, anvil, scarecrow... Did I give them enough? It is supposed to be only a small steading, so it's not going to have a bunch of stuff. So I rolled up some random stuff and got... some pretty okay stuff. The anvil, they'll need help getting there. Candles, ram horn trumpet. Is that enough? Maybe there should be more. It is a whole steading. Hang on, where's my book? Where's my book? Here we go. Because I think it's this book that has like things you find in a chest. Let's see. Let's see. Or is it the other one? Maybe it's the other one. Hang on. Atmospheric enhancement, giants and their things. Useless question mark junk? Okay, let's take a look at that. Because it's always fun to give the characters some random shit and see if they'll be able to figure out something creative to do with it. Let's see. There. Eggs. Oh no. Large hourglass in which the sand flows from the bottom to the top. Human skull. Large conch shell. Yeah, no, that's too magical to have in this particular area. We'll get to the cool stuff. Bless you. We'll get to the cool stuff when they get to their first dungeon. That's when the magic items will really come through there. Okay, so maybe it's the other random book. I think it's this one. All right, here we go. So, okay, I'm just gonna put some more stuff into the chest, I think. Just because a locked chest should be filled with cool stuff. And I only have like 4 things in there, and that's kind of meh. You know, when you're in, again, Baldur's Gate, when you like fail a fucking pick lock check like 4 times, and then it's like there's nothing in it, or there's very little in it, it's very frustrating. So we want something interesting. Items in a chest, 85. Here we go. Oh, it's 2d10, my bad. Got out a d20, and I knew that every single table in this book is 2d10. I don't know why I got out a d20. Alright, so let's put that there, and we'll put this here. Okay, just enough room for me to roll. Alright, so that is a 30. tiny rock statue of a halfling. Okay. Interesting. Maybe tiny rock. Whoops, rock. Oh. Hang on. That might be relevant to something. Alright. Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Oh, that's fine. Actually, that's still great. Oh, I did find copper pieces, so let me get my d20. Hang on. I did need my d20. Who knew? So that's 2 copper pieces on a. All right. All right. 26. Tin wire. That could be used for making traps. Tin wife. No. What? Ooh, 22. Everything in the 20s today. Books. More books. 1d12 rolls on a book title table. Okay. 3 books. Where's the books? Book titles. Okay. So I've got 10 book title tables here. So we will use number 3, which is on page 10. Here we go. Okay. Alright, let's do that. Books. Oops. Here we go. Let me get rid of that. Books. Alright, so I did 3 rolls on the book title table. 17 is The Death of Time. Ooh, and it's worth 100 gold. Interesting. Okay. I could come up with some interesting lore for that. 70. Good Day, Sad Night. Good Day, Sad Night. That's worth 50 gold. I might change some of these for now. I'll just write what I roll specifically, but if I find something that works better, I will. So 16 evening prayers. Interesting. Okay, so that's another 100 gold book. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Let's see. Torches, daggers, anvil, there's a scarecrow. Tiny rock statue of a druid, that will be relevant later. Tin wire, ram horn, trumpet. And 2 copper. 6 gold. That's... yeah, alright. So, I think I will... Seedlings 1 sprouting from soil. So, give him some plants and stuff. Some sort of farmable something or other. We'll figure that out later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's do 8 golds. So each person has 2. That works. Okay. All people living there gone. Alright. So those are my hex adventures. Those are not the NPC adventures, so I'm not worried too much about continuing those right now, because we have to wait for the characters to go out to other hexes. It's not time to eat yet, buddy. Shh. So, okay, so this place hasn't had hunters for a long time, so they're going to be really happy about the hunters. They're going to be really happy about the magic users because these people are generally speaking kind of small town, so they have only had like access to folk type magic, which is it's the kind of stuff that keeps your house clean and your chickens protected, that kind of stuff. So having ceremonial magic people or people that have access to different magic will be very exciting for the people living within the town. And let's see here. Shh. Quiet. Let's see. They're gonna level up there at the end of the first session, of course, because I'm not, I'm not terrible. They know the basics of D&D, so there's no reason to keep them at level 1 for longer than necessary. So yeah, basically, as long as they get into some good roleplay and stuff, then they will definitely be leveling up at the end of that session. All right. Okay. Many libraries. I forgot I put a dirty book in the things that Juanetta the books that Juanetta ordered from Flora. There's like a whole series of dirty books because I'm pretty sure that's just gonna be like one of her things is like she reads dirty books and it's hilarious to me. Uh, okay, so is that enough NPCs? So I've got, let's see, there is. Who else needs to be married? I don't want to marry too many people off because I want the characters to have access to romance options. So we've got Lila, who is a single mom, if they're into that. Then we've got Carrion, who's a they-them creepy taxidermist guy. Juliana and Caleb are... Or Juliana and... what's his name? What did I call him? Gunther. There we go, sorry. Are married, but hey, maybe they're open. And then Cirith, who's like a big burly dragonborn woodworker. So I need to have the range of NPCs available for my characters, basically. So I've got big burly guy woodworker. I've got kind of twinky, creepy goth taxidermist, and I've got single mommy, like cute mom. She's strong, but I think my characters actually gave me their preferences in regards to partners. So hang on, let me make sure things are... Also, my rogue is married, which is adorable. So I'm not worried too much about them. Where did we go? Backstories, vibe. Mask or mask femme? Mask or mask femme? Okay. Okay. I don't... Okay, that's one preference for one of my characters. Then I've got... One sec. Hang on, where'd it go? by with feminine and androgynous preference. Okay, so I've got somebody that likes mask and somebody that likes androgyny slash femme. Okay. Okay. So I've got a mask and I've got kind of an androgyny. Oh, I have pictures of these people, by the way. I don't know if they're gonna fit, and I can always, you know, work more into... Here we go. So here's the woodworker, Sirith. He's adorable. Then I've got Carrion, who's pretty androgynous. Then this is Winetta, obviously. And I'm sorry if any of these are AI. It's taken over Pinterest. I don't know what else to do. Oh, that's right. I wanted a Minotaur boy. That's... yes. Okay. So... let's see. Maybe that's somebody they run into. Like a shepherd. So that will be part of their quest for the Auroch. Maybe they're not wild Auroch. Maybe they belong to a Minotaur dude, which is adorable. Oops. No, stop it. There we go. Okay, so I need... Oops, come on. Alright, here we go. Shepherd. Okay. Minotaur. Alright, so... that's fun. Southern... all Minotaurs have southern accents in my head. Don't at me. Southern accent, deep, sweet. Alright. So, let's see. What will be his name? Okay. Fantasy name generator. Okay. Alright. Let's see. Do they have Minotaur names? They have everything on this at this site, so I would be amazed if they didn't. Minotaur names, yep. Minotaur, one of those. Oh no, it's one of those ones where it's like really Sutus. Nitak. Dritus. These all sound like things from Ice Planet Barbarians, which is a hilariously fun but not good at all book. It's a fun one, but it's really silly. If you've ever watched like 50s B movies, and you know how they're all like weirdly sexist because like the astronaut goes to this planet of like barbarian women and they all fight over him and stuff like that. Just flip the script and make it a woman coming to a, you know, a planet of hot dude barbarians, and that's literally what it is. It is a 50s B movie like whole thing, and it's fun and silly. But I sure as hell am not going to read 17 books of the same trope because it has like I think it's 17 or maybe it's 14, something like that. It is in the teens with the amount of books that are in that series. And like I had fun with the first one, but I'm not going to continue it. It was, you know, it was okay. I'm not crazy about any of these. Hang on, I've got some pins of NPC names that I've liked in the past, so where did it go? Here we go. NPCs here. Let's see. Dark masculine names. Here we go. Cassius, Ichabod. I'm saying it in his voice, so I know. Malachi. Malachi's good. Have I used that? Not in this game, but I think I've used that in the past. Dante. Dante's good. Shakerly. Is that a name? It's a cool name, but I've never heard it before. Constantine. They have Shakerly in here twice. Ollivander. Actually, Ollivander's cute for like a southern Bronte, Drake, Santiago, Osborne. Eilish. That is not a name. I know that's a last name, but is that a first name? Drogo, Isambard, Killian, Oberon, Bruno, Othello. Oh, Othello's cute. Gallagher. Norville. Oh no. Heathcliff. Melicor? Meliquire? I don't know. Basra. Basra's cute. Let's do Basra. Basra. I like it. He sounds adorable. Alright, so he's gonna be part of like a very secretive group of people, I think. Whether or not they're other minotaurs or if they're just like another collection of kind of more wild people that live in the valley. We'll figure that out. I don't know. See, there's a whole new society to spring up just from that general idea of me wanting a Minotaur boy for potentially somebody to romance. Or at least be friends with. So... Again, I don't want it to be too... I can't just have them sequestered to these NPCs for too long, because they're going to get bored if they don't make connections with any particular one. So I gotta have options for them. Granted, the Auroch thing is not going to be the first quest that they go to, so it's probably going to be a time before they meet him, and they'll be able to make connections with whatever NPCs that they want to in the meantime. But I do have to have, like, continuous NPCs to catch their interest and build out their stories. So I also have to figure out... I have to figure out the druids, the rangers' druid's mom. Their mom was a druid, and they're trying to find their tribe. So I need information about their tribe. I need to figure out what happened to their mom. I've got to see what kind of leads that they'll run into in this general area. Because that's why I changed that one roll that I did around and made it so it wasn't necessarily a stone statue of just a halfling, but I made it a stone statue of a druid. So maybe there's something pointing there for them to see, basically. Okay. So, alright. Let's see. So, we have that. Hi, Safi! I am a nerd, proudly so. Thanks for dropping by. I'm just trying to fill out the world and trying to give the characters options, basically, right now, while also thinking of a lot of their backstory stuff and how I'm going to tie it all in. So, but how are you doing today, Safi? Hope it's good. Hope you're doing some creative work today. Figuring out quests is always not difficult, but there are just so many. Why fill the world when you can fill me instead? DM Riz, deal with it. Is a grilled cheese creative work? That I guess Wow, that DM Riz though. uh, I mean, a grilled cheese could be a creative work, depending on how much artistry you're putting into your grilled cheese sandwich. Shh, my cat is screaming at me. Um, you keep making me read out the most insane shit whenever you come into my chat. I'm not putting artistry, I'm putting chi. Not cheese, chi. I mean, I can't argue with that. That's how a grilled cheese should be. I'm a bear bang. Focus on it so I don't burn anything. Yeah, grilled cheese is one of those things that will burn the minute you turn your back, so please do not set your house on fire. uh, right. So I really wish I don't have my thumb drive right now. Maybe I'll get it in a minute. But I've got to look at the map because I'm pretty sure there's like 8 buildings. So I need enough NPCs. And I also need reasons for all of them to not be accepted in general society. So, I mean, Carrion's obvious. I've already got it figured out for Lila. Um, Juliana and Gunther. Why would they be? And they have their kid. So they're very normal, seemingly, at the... A normal-looking person whose only reason for being exiled is pineapple pizza. How dare you? Pineapple pizza is delicious. It's actually one of my favorites. So I will happily be, like, ostracized from society if it's just because I like pineapple on pizza. It is delicious. Especially with hot sauce on it. Ugh. Oh man, now I want pizza. What have you done? So I've got this seemingly normal, so is mine. I love pizza, pineapple pizza. I hate it when it's bad though. It's either amazing or awful. I don't know if I've ever had a pizza that was awful. Like, I've had burnt pizza, that's different. But like pizza that's made, like cooked well, but bad, like it's cheese. Like, how do you screw that up? It's cheese on bread. Except, well, no, okay. There's a place, there is a local chain, I think they're local, they're southern, called Hungry Howie's, which is actually the worst pizza in the world. I had a pineapple pizza who was just a margarita with pineapple cubes. Okay, that's incorrect. That's wrong. Okay, so, yeah, alright. So, when you screw with the formula, yeah, it's gonna be bad. Okay, so, I wouldn't even order that. Of course, you probably didn't even realize that they screwed it up that bad. My cat's missing. My cat is chasing a lizard on the window. Get out of there. Stop it. If you knock that over, I'm gonna kill you. He's right by a glass thing. Hey, psst, stop. Leave the lizard alone. Please. Murderer. No, you can't kill the lizard. I love pineapple pizza in general. I'm just picky. I like it caramely. Okay, yeah, I like the hot sauce, like, Hawaiian pizza. That's my vibe. Man, you got me thinking about pizza. I just ate. I don't need to get hungry again. Okay. So I definitely need more NPCs. So I need more people in this area, and I need reasons for them to be here. So why would 2 halflings and their son be ousted from general society, or from their family even? Maybe, again, look up Moroccan bagrier. You totally won't find a pog dish. Bagrier? I will look that up. I like that kind of, like, Middle Eastern kind of food. They have a better use of spice than most people. Let me see. Moroccan semolina pancakes. Oh. Semolina or germ flour. I will look that up and maybe I'll make that sometime. I'm always trying to learn new stuff and new recipes. So I want to avoid racial tensions, so I don't want them like suddenly having like a tiefling child kind of thing, like all of a sudden popping up. So I want to avoid that. Was one of them royalty and they married down, or nobility? That's interesting. And they were ousted of their family for that, or I'm gonna stop the food talk. Yes, please. uh, a pancake but sponge. Okay, no more food. God, why? Um, I don't want it to have anything to do with their kid because that's that's not necessary. I've already got kind of a backstory with like an not an unwanted kid, but an unaccepted kid with another of the families in here. So I don't want to do that again. So I need something. Why were they ousted from their society? What is it just because of halfling society, or was it the city that they came from? What did they do? Maybe they were blamed for something, or profession could be profession, taste. Well, she's the innkeeper and a brewer, and he's a cook. Crime. Maybe because so I'm not gonna make it again. I'm not gonna make it just halflings necessarily, like as far as their society goes. So it was like a city. Like, what did they do to a city? Profession. If she's a brewer, maybe she was. I don't want to get too real, so I don't want to make her an addict or anything that helped, and he helped her. Maybe. Damn, this is hard because. Bad publicity. Yeah, I was thinking they were blamed for something that they didn't necessarily do, but the minute they were used as a scapegoat, they went, cool, bye, fuck you, and then just left. So, maybe, like, I don't want to do addiction, necessarily. I want people to come to this place because they were ousted for being who they were, not because of an addiction or something like that. That's really hard when you want to avoid like racial tensions and stuff like that. So I've already figured out, you know, one woman like escaped from her elf, like she's an elf and her first husband was an elf. They had a daughter together. He was not a nice person. She left him, got with a human, had another daughter. The elf caught up to them and did something to the husband, and she's escaped. So that's why she's come here. So, like, he's, like, not necessarily hunting her down, but she has nowhere else to go. So that's where I'm going with that. So, again, getting too real. And this isn't going to be something like, "Hi, my name is this, and this is why I'm here," that kind of thing. This is going to, but it will inform their characterization. It will inform their personality. So I want to think about this stuff as much as possible before I start playing these. Sorry, one second. Loud noise. Sorry. Before I start playing these NPCs, because it will inform them. Is it religious? I guess? Maybe... Because with the setup I have with the religions, it's not necessarily that... I mean, worshipping a different god from everyone else. They're dog lovers in a cat society. Yeah, like... That's great. Damn it. Okay, what if they did something dangerous? What if they allowed their kid to do something that the other parents wouldn't agree with? So I've already... Hang on. Their kid wants to be an adventurer. what if... Agreed, yeah. Um, what if they're teaching their kid to be an adventurer despite coming from a relatively mundane kind of family, and it's just like, we've been cooks and brewers for generations, and now you're gonna break the line with this kid because you're letting him learn to sword fight and stuff like that. So yeah, that could work. So they left because, like, overbearing parents, basically. Like, the grandparents were like, this is how you raise a kid. Corkscrewers, yeah. Um okay. All right. So I've been a screwer for 7 decades. All right. So didn't I have? Hang on. Okay. Do. All right. So Juliana and Gunther came to Quick Spring to escape overbearing family after they decided to allow their son to start training to be an adventurer, and not a brewer or cook. Okay. Alright. Yeah. So the kid is... So they were like... It's not necessarily that they were a marriage of convenience, but they were a marriage of society. Like, they grew up in this area of town that was very proud of its... Maybe it has some sort of history in its brewing and its cooking or what have you. And then the minute you kind of go against that grain, you're just kind of... I don't think it was necessarily that they were, like, told to get out, but it was more like, they're just kind of ignored and not invited to things, and they went, fine, bye, we're gonna find our own way. And then, like, once they found word of Quick Spring, they went there. So they still have this amazing talent for both brewing and cooking, but their kid is like, I'm gonna be an adventurer, take that. And so they're allowing him to do that. I think they're probably, like, reading books, like, and trying to be like, go try to swing your sword, I guess. It's not like we can hire you a trainer out here, but, get better, go get stronger, that kind of thing. So, you know, the kid isn't exactly, training with a professional, but they're allowing him, and he's stuck to it long enough. So he's probably, like, in his teens, and he's stuck to it long enough that, that they're like, okay, I think he's going for... Or no, he wouldn't be in his teens, because it's like... Because halflings, Hi, Idea Machines! Welcome in. Thank you for dropping by. What brings you here? What are you making? What cool stuff are you working on? Please tell us all the things, while I try to figure out how NPCs work. Not really, but kinda. Okay, so the Farlight family is known. Safi is making grilled cheese. Yep. And I'm making NPCs. NP cheese. Sorry. I'm tired. So he's not necessarily a child, but he's a young adult. Training to be an adventurer. Taking a lunch break, Farlight family, any juicy drama in there? Yes, so I had to... So, with all of these NPCs that I am currently making, they're all within this one community that exists purely to house people that have nowhere else to go or that were ousted by general society for one reason or another. Now, in my game, I'm trying to avoid the classic racial tensions and stuff like that. So I had to figure out a reason that didn't have to do with some weird racist kind of bullshit or classist stuff. So I don't want to get too real, you know, especially early on in the game. And again, this might never be brought up. It depends on if they talk to the characters. But these two people from the Farlight family, they married. They're not both from the Farlight family, but you know what I mean. Uh, they were in this society that was prided on its xenophobia is real. Yeah, I'm trying to avoid the real. At least xenophobia in as much as it exists in the real world. Like, if somebody's xenophobic against people that use magic, that's a little different and more of a, well, fuck you society. Nom nom, grilled cheese turned out good. Good, I'm glad you didn't burn it. So xenophobia based on magic use and things like that are, or parental circumstance is a little less real in my head. So these two were married, and they're both like, they're both very good at what they do. Like, she's a brewer, and he's a cook, and they both came from two different families, and they got married. So the Farlight family is known for these things, and so when they had a kid, they were expected to continue on the family line, the family business, as it will be. And they said, no, I'm not going to do that because the kid wants to be an adventurer really bad. And he actually wants to be an adventurer, and he's actually putting in the time, and so they're letting him do that. They're letting him learn to sword fight and all the other things that you need to learn to be an adventurer. So, Anti-Magic Society, when the 9-year-old cast prestidigitation to turn off a candle. Yeah, oh! No, I should make him a wizard. Or not a wizard, a sorcerer. He should be a sorcerer. That's why. Okay. Okay, there you go. That's, okay, so we have... Hi, Arcane! Welcome in! Good to see you! Glad you made it. I've been leaning towards xenophobic topics in my recent game, but not race, insider-outsider type stuff. Either you are one of us or you're not, and you are not of Torah. Yeah. That's, I have a couple PCs and NPCs that are kind of based around that very thing, because I want to avoid that racial stuff. I'm the Patrick of my friend group. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I have the best ideas. Hey, sometimes that friend can help you find an answer you never expected to find. Alright, so the kid is a sorcerer. So he had his magic blood awaken, and his parents, kind of like Elsa from Frozen, like, the family wanted to just kind of ignore it and be like, no, he'll grow out of it or something. But his parents were actually chill. Why is he a sorcerer? Did his mom F a dragon? That is not required, first of all. And I have to figure out what kind of sorcerer he is to find out why he's a sorcerer. So it could be wild magic. I mean, that's the most chaotic type. And it kind of makes the most sense to suddenly have a sorcerer in the family. Oth is the prefix moniker for outsiders, a literal otherling. I like that. Wild magic sound fun. Yeah, I like wild magic sorcerers a lot because of how chaotic they are. So... hang on. Sorcerer... subclasses. Here we go. So... the aberrant mind is for aberrations. I'm not going to do that. Clockwork soul. Where do I... hang on. Mind is chaos. Clockwork soul is order. No re-rules. No, I don't want to do that. That's too... divine soul could also be interesting. Why was he infused with wild magic? Well, that's what we gotta figure out. Sometimes it's just a random thing. Draconic bloodline. Lunar sorcery. I don't know where that's from. That's cool. Shadow magic. Don't want to do that. That's storm sorcery. Wild magic. Okay. So I'm leaning more towards wild magic just because of the randomness of it. And how he might be dangerous. And that would also explain why the parents went, we're going to accept you as you are. And the fact that you're this. He was born under a full moon. Yeah, that's... I mean, it could be something like that. He was like some sort of planet conjunction, or... maybe the Fae got to him. Like, wild magic always makes me think of the Fae, basically. It just makes me think of, like, somebody that... he ate a fallen star as a kid. Wow, that's... delicious. Spicy. Yeah, so he... his mom fed a fallen star. Jeez. Where'd you go? There we go. So, learn to control his powers. Okay. So yeah, he came from a very mundane, kind of boring family, and then all of a sudden this kid explodes with magic. Let me F'd. Okay, F'd a fallen star. Will you stop? Not every sorcerer Star-Lord. Yeah, I mean, kinda. No, his mom was never cheated, especially not with a star. She's not into that. Alright, so this kid awoken into his powers very suddenly. The family wanted to bury it or ignore it or, like, you know, whatever, deny it. But his parents accepted him, and the family went, "You can't do that. He's broken," or, you know, whatever terrible thing. And so they went, "Fine, bye," and just left. Make me stop, nerds. Can't tell if that was a genuine no or silly goofy one. It's a silly goofy one, but I'm not actually angry or anything, don't worry about it. I was just messing around. My throat is going out, so I don't have the emotion that I need to, I guess. You're fine. I was going more into the Howl's Moving Castle rather than Marvel. Yippee! You know, I've never seen Howl's Moving Castle, and I really should before I start running this game, because I'm trying to do Ghibli stuff in this game, and I've only ever seen one Ghibli movie, and it was Spirited Away, which is a fantastic movie. But I need to watch, like, Kiki's Delivery Service and Princess Mononoke and all that. Divine Soul Sorcerer could be fun, maybe to change things up. His father effed an angel. Nobody cheated on anybody. We're not doing that. People are good here. They're just misunderstood. That's the general theme of everybody in this town, is they're misunderstood for one way or another, and expected to be something that they're not. And they refuse to be that thing, which I appreciate. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with Wild Magic Sorcerer. Gee whiz, you gotta give it a go. Yeah, I listen to the soundtrack all the time. Like, the song, like, is huge, and I've read part of the book. I didn't get to finish it because it was a library loan and I never got around to it. But yeah, I gotta both read the book and watch the show, or the movie rather. But yeah, I gotta watch all those freaking movies. Honestly, I've been really sleeping on the they're hard to find, honestly, because I don't have any streaming platforms because I ain't got a job right now, so we can't really afford it, so I gotta pirate all of it. And I feel kind of bad pirating Ghibli stuff because I actually like it, you know, and I want it to continue. So I need to find, like, DVDs or something. But again, that's money that I ain't got. So, hush your face, cat. But yeah, I definitely have it on my watch list. I desperately want to read it, or watch it. And read it. Both of those things. Okay, I'm going to go feed my cat. I will be right back. I'm going to feed my cat, go to the bathroom, and stretch a bit, get my energy back up, and maybe make myself some tea because my throat's going out. So I will be right back. You do the same thing. You stretch, you drink your water. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. I got my tea, I got my cats satiated for now. Okay, so we've got a wild magic kid running around, which has its own possibility of various shenaniganery and stuff like that. There's a couple refigured wild magic tables that I know exist out there. I think I have a couple of them saved, like on Reddit and stuff. So I will be referring to those as we go. And yeah, so we've got that. So that's why they're there. So I've got two families. I've got Winetta, I've got the woodworker, I've got Carrion. So that's 5 houses, basically. Right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basra is outside of the town. So I need... What other reasons are there that aren't completely shitty to hear about? That somebody would be ousted from their family or their society. We already have I already have a warlock. Otherwise, I would have done the will from Baldur's Gate thing and be like, oh, you made a deal with the devil. Screw you, kind of thing. But I've already got a warlock in my party, and I don't want them to be upstaged in any way. So we want to avoid that. What about... So, let's think of the classes. Let's have representatives of the classes and, like... What if there were a barbarian that was peaceful? A barbarian that became a monk? That's funny. That kind of NPC would be fun to have. Okay, that's interesting. Hang on. Alright. Honestly, I'm just putting these, as many NPCs in here as I can because I want my players to have crushes on various NPCs, because if there is nothing more quick to get your characters to buy in than hot NPCs or adorable NPCs that they can adopt. One of those two. You gotta do both of those things. So I'm trying to recreate a spectrum here, basically. D&D monk subclasses. Alright. So, the Way of Mercy, the Plague Doctor one, that's cool, but doesn't really fit the vibe that we're going for here. The Way of Shadow, that's stealth. Way of the Ascendant Dragon, that is also cool. Way of the Astral Self, 10-minute combat buff as a Punch Ghost. Astral Self, but Punch Ghost accurately encapsulates the idea of visual representation. Therefore, Punch Ghost. I love this site. If you guys don't know this site, this rpgbot.net, and their breakdowns of the subclasses and the way that they rate them for like capabilities and like how good they are, basically. Usually I don't pay attention to that kind of stuff. I just play the character I want to play. But if I'm kind of caught up in between what I want to play, then I'll come to this site and kind of look at all of them and kind of get just a simplified breakdown of what they're able to do, and it's funny, generally speaking. So that's fun. Drunken Master. That would be really funny. Because I love, if you haven't watched Drunken Master, those movies are so good. Oh my god, so good. Jackie Chan is incredible. 4 Elements, of course. Way of the Kensei. Via whips. Smart Kensei will typically forego one weapon attack to benefit. Okay. Way of the Long Death. defender more easily than they can typically manage with their D8 hit dice and slowly scaling AC. 20. Interesting. Okay, we have the open hand. That's kind of the classic. Sun Soul. Blaster and ranged striker. Okay. So, Drunken Master would be fun. I think, yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Drunken Master just because I like it. So, now there. Oops, come on. No, that's fine. Oh, there we go. Alright. No. Notion has been pushing this AI shit, and I fucking hate it. Alright. So hang on. I have gods because, and then they have the monk subclass, which is like the divine, is it the divine soul? Right? Is that what I said? I have shadow. Hang on. Or no. The astral self is arms of the astral self as you come back tactics. Okay. Alright, so because I have, what do I have? I have Lyra, goddess of joy, peace, and rest. Okay. Good fortune celebration. Okay, so I'm going to, somebody started as a barbarian. They didn't find joy in the violence of their tribe, and they found both religion and I'm not sure if I want to make them Drunken Master. I think Drunken Master would be funny and an interesting NPC, but if, for instance, this person was a barbarian and turned to the drink to get away from their problems and then became a monk, I guess. Maybe it's Ascendant Soul then. Or Astral Self, or whatever the fuck it's called. Ascendant Soul's the sorcerer, my bad. Hang on. Astral Self, 4 element, Kensai, Long Death. The Long Death is interesting because it's like a defensive monk, which I like the idea of, like a barbarian deciding to go full defense and they never attack. They just keep them, you know, and then they just wait for them to tire themselves out, basically. Durability. Look for weak enemies to pick off before engaging enemies who are going to eat through your hit points. So maybe Way of the Long Death. I mean, I know I don't have to worry about specifics right now, but again, this all informs the character. So, D&D... Whoops. D&D Monk. Alright, what picture calls out to us? Let's see. So I've got... I need more femme or female NPCs, I think. Because the couple that I have are taken or uninterested, so I need something for those that prefer feminine. So she was a barbarian, so she needs to be pretty intense in regards to musculature and body size. I've already got a tiefling. I've got half-elves and elves. I've always loved this picture. It's always so fucking cool to me. The idea of somebody that has lost their arms and then just fucking getting, like, soulful with it. Awesome. So cool. She's cool, but not what I'm going for. Let's see. A lot of elvish and human monks, I'm noticing. Not a lot of other people, unfortunately. This is like a dragon sorcerer monk going on over here? If they're even supposed to be a monk, maybe they're just like a fighter. She's pretty fit, but she looks real pissed about, like, everything. She's cute. The fire is interesting. She's fit too. It's kind of what I'm going for, a little bit. Is that from an anime? I don't know. She was cute though. Alright, so I've got... Let's see. Oh, she's interesting. She's cute. Bigger girl. I like that. Alright, so... Yeah, I love my cute NPCs. I love... Alright, so full defense being stocky and big kind of makes sense if, like, you're just like... like a goalie. Like, I'd like think of that kind of body type. Oh, hi Azul. Sorry, I couldn't see your name. I thought that was somebody else talking already. Alright. Okay, so, yeah, let's go with that general idea. Should I make her a dwarf? I could. Yeah, short, stocky, kind of. But in interest of the dwarven society that I have built up, a barbarian, born barbarian, because it's like, it wouldn't make sense for them to leave dwarvish society, become a barbarian, and realizing, oh, a barbarian isn't for me, and then going to a monk. Like, yeah, that's something that can happen, but, like, what would take them from dwarvish society to barbarian if they didn't like violence? So I don't think it's... I think it's somebody that was born into a barbarian family. So... I guess we could do half-orc then. So... half-orc monk. Let's see if we can get one that's cute. Oh, she's pretty. Is this AI? I can't tell. Probably. God damn it, Pinterest and your AI all of a sudden. All it is AI now. I hate it. She's cool. She's got Drunken Master vibes. So I need like a big, stocky kind of girl. She's there, pretty much. Let me just take a look and see if there's something better. She's cute, but she's not a monk. Ooh, she's cool. Yeah, I think that's the one I'm gonna go for. She's dope. Alright, so we've got... Oh, hang on, there we go. So we got a she, her. She, her. She is a half-orc. She is quiet and peaceful. Wise. What kind of voice would she have? She would have a low voice. She would speak with very specific... She kind of talks like Zenyatta from Overwatch, if you're familiar. Where it's just... The way he pronounces everything is very specific. He pronounces every syllable of a word, and he says things slowly. Wow. You ever have like a cup that's way too good at its job, and it keeps everything too hot for too long? Hang on, let me take the top off this. I want my tea. Oh god, don't spill. Okay. Okay. Ow! Ow! Oh my god. It actually is too good at its job. Alright. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so half-elk monk girl that left her barbarian tribe and has come out here, and she lives a very, very simple lifestyle. She like, she basically treats this place like a monastery. Maybe she lives, instead of living in a house, she lives in like a cave nearby or just a tent or something. I love NPCs like that. So she pronounces things very specifically and says every word very slowly so you understand what she is saying. So kind of like that. Slow, deliberate. Okay, great. All right. We need a name. Okay, hang on. Did I leave my... No, I didn't. Shit. Okay, let me go back over to my Game Master board, which is somewhere. There it is. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get any half-orc names specifically. Maybe she changed it. Maybe it's something decidedly not orc-like at all. Specifically because she left that behind her and left that name behind. We've got unisex names. Cameron, Morgan, River, Tegan. Tegan's a cool name. Akasha. Akasha's cool. I think that's how you say that. Amethyst, Anais, Aria, Arwen, Aurora, Celeste, Cleo, Fable. Ooh, Fable. Fable's a cool name. And my whole life is a lesson. So I have named myself Fable. I like that. That's cool. Oh my god, I already love her. I want to romance this NPC. Alright, but she has to do something for the town. Like, they're not going to let people in that don't do anything. So she can't just sit up on her hill and meditate. So she can serve as an advisor, I guess. But I don't think people are going to immediately come to her for everything, with her just coming into town and being like, hi, I know things. And they're going to be like, who the hell are you? So, what else? I mean, a monk would be good at any kind of service, really. So maybe she just does like odd jobs. She's like weirdly, she can hunt, but she doesn't like to because she doesn't like violence. So she doesn't do that. She might have the ability to, but maybe she never took down an animal. She just has like the general knowledge of what she was taught growing up. So let's see. What else does a monk do for its community? Because again, monks are usually sequestered away and kept separate. Oh. Okay. So the other day I was talking about one of my favorite books, A Psalm for the Wild Built by Becky Chambers. Fucking great book. Please read that if you get a chance. It's a real short novella. It's like 4 hours max reading time. It's super easy to read, and it is so beautiful and so interesting. The world building is so good. So she's gonna be a tea monk. Yes. Okay. Yes. Tea monks are in the Psalm for the Wild Built. They're people that literally they go from town to town. They pack up their carts. They take tea with them. They go from town to town. They set out their tea, and they let people come to them with their problems and talk to them, and they serve them tea. Like that's what tea monks do, and they're widely respected because they're kind of like free therapy for what people need. It's yeah, okay. Yay. All right. I'm so happy when I can fit stuff that I love from other books that I love into my D&D games. All right, fantastic. Alright, so she needs goals. So maybe she wants to... Her long-term goal would be to found her own monastery. Monastery. Okay. Her short-term goal is to... I mean, like, promote peace is, like, one thing. Like, but that's kind of nebulous and not specific enough. Oh my god. I hope I'm not blowing into the mic. I'm sorry if I am. It's just that this tea is staying hot and I really want to sip it because my throat hurts. Oh god, no, I can't even. Um, okay. Okay, love her. Fantastic. Yay. Alright. Um, and that, like, she looks scary. Like, she looks intense. But she's actually very peaceful and sweet. Uh, yeah. Okay, fantastic. Love that. Got her. Alright, so her quest would be to, like, uh, tea leaves, like any tea leaves, if they find plants that can be used for that. Uh, Again, these are just to start. Again, there will be like more and more quests that these people offer depending on how much relationship the characters want to build with them. So they're starting out basic, but they'll be better, bigger and better later. Okay. So she like lives up on the hill, kind of away from everybody, but still there for anybody that needs her. So she has like a little garden of like tea plants, and then she like harvests it every day, and then she'll like go and like do her walkabout and like offer help to anyone that may need it. And if nobody needs help from her, because she's strong, she's super jacked, like she's super strong and dexterous and can help with a lot of things. So she offers help every day, and if nobody needs her help, she goes back, sets up her tea, and waits for anyone that needs like a shoulder or an ear or what have you. So that's great. I think like Carrion like probably visits her every day. Like there's a couple people that just like go up to her and just like talk to her like almost every day, and she does it. And hi, Fila. I always, is it Fila? Fila Tavalia? I hope I'm saying that right. Welcome in. Nice to see you. We're just setting up some NPCs for our little starting town. And I got really excited because of this last one, this half-orc monk that I just made, named Fable, which is dope as hell. Widen selection of teas. Unlimited. Bing AI has some good ass generator. Unlimited and free recommend. Yeah, I know that the AI thing is super cool, and I do use it from time to time, but usually with this channel, I'm trying not to rely on AI too much. I have used it. Yeah, for images, yes, I understand. I don't mind it, but I try very hard not to use AI especially for art, personally. This is a personal thing for me. I don't mind the text generator, like, AI stuff, just because I use it as a jumping off point a lot of the time, but I prefer to either use what's already existed or get better at describing things, basically. It's just a personal thing until, like, legality and stuff get figured out with the AI and we're sure that artists aren't getting stolen from. I try really hard not to use AI for images. It can be a good start if you need a reference for an artist. Like, I would absolutely suggest you use it for that. But this is absolutely a personal, thing for me. I generated such a good art a couple of days ago. I'm sure you did. If you know how to mess with that algorithm, you can get some pretty good stuff out on that sort of service. And it can be a good quality, but this is just well, again, I don't know the full ins and outs of it. I just know that some AI programs are known for stealing styles specifically from artists. And there are artists out there are services that are being started from various artist styles. I don't know how to say it. I just know a lot of artists that have been personally affected by it. Let me say it like that. So until everything... I'm not saying it's stealing, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that the legality and the problems that it causes are already known and they are not yet fixed. And so once they are fixed and they are, dealt with, then yes, absolutely. But this is just me personally. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm not asking you to justify yourself. I'm just a little old streamer, and I like Pinterest. I've used Pinterest for since it started for stuff. You have dem pronouns in NPV description. American moment. I NPC description. You mean I Oh, NPC. Oh, I have pronouns in NPC. Okay, are we going to have a problem with that? Because I have players that are specific about their pronouns and enjoy them being validated. So if you have a problem with that, you can go. I appreciate your outlook on things, but I'm not here for an argument regarding to that. So I appreciate your time, but if you don't agree with that, then you can leave. Um, and have a good day. But anyway, so in regards to our next NPC, we got to figure out. Let's see here. Well, you can stay, but if there are any trolling or anything about disrespecting pronouns, I will not tolerate it. I just hope you realize that. My pronouns are she they, and so that's cookie though. Cookie. What about a cookie? um, but I'm not going to deal with anybody trolling or being uncool about pronouns or sexuality or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure that is a part of my rules that you had to agree to in order to chat in my chat. So we're going to expect you to follow them, and if you do not, then we will make sure you are no longer part of the chat. That's all. Just putting my boundaries up there. But again, I appreciate your time. Again, I'm the same way. You do you. Didn't read. Well, probably should. It's just about respect. Basically. Respecting pronouns, sexualities, that kind of thing. NPC, yes. So, here we go. Hang on, let me get this. Sometimes this doesn't cooperate, and I don't know why. So, oh, you Notion, why do you do that? No, what are you doing? There we go, that's what I wanted. Alright, here we go, here we go. Give me some clues, honey. Clues in regards to what? What are you talking about? Alright. Alright, so... how many NPCs are you planning on generating before the campaign? So I don't have it on me. I should have grabbed my thumb drives while I was up, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I have a map of the little town that they're going to be starting in. And I think it's like 8 buildings. So I need to basically have somebody living in each of those buildings. So, which means Juanetta has her own house. Lila and her 2 kids are in another house. Carrion is in his own house. Their own house, excuse me. Julie, the Farlight family is in their own house. Cirith is in his own house. And now Fable. So I've got 6. So I think one more. Yeah, I think we'll do one more that we'll try to figure out why they're here, that kind of thing. So we have to figure out why. Again, the whole reason that this the profession I don't know yet. That's the other thing is I've got, let's see, I've got a woodworker, I've got a cook and a brewer, I've got a farmer, I've got the kind of the leader of the town. Now I have a tea monk, and then I've got that the taxidermist and tailor, basically the guy that the guy that can Cooper. That could be too. Yeah, Cooper. Oh god damn it! Fuck off with that. There we go. There we go. Let's see. So a Cooper is possible. Well, the Hunter I don't want to do because I've got two PCs in my party that can serve as hunters, and they're going to be very happy when they show up to the town. I've also got two magic users that will be that kind of general vibe for the town. So I don't want to have... yeah, I don't want to have a specific hunter yet. I want them to offer that service to the town, basically, is how I'm handling that. And the taxidermist will absolutely let them know that if they come across or kill any bodies, that he will, or they will, they would like them, basically. Non-humanoid bodies, of course, but... so... The Cooper's possible, hang on. Gotta check something real quick. Let's see. Sorry, my computer is being weird. As he sits in a leather chair. Yeah. No. See, Carrion, they're a good, they're a tiefling that came from a family that was known for, like, being criminals. I'm thinking, like, assassins, maybe some secret, like, thing. Again, this is not going to be found out by the characters anytime soon. But, Carrion was not the killing kind. They instead they still enjoyed, not enjoyed, but they found artistry in the art of death, I suppose you could say. And so they took to taxidermy and also to tailoring, because it's kind of similar skill sets. So they're a very non-violent person, and so their first order of service to the community is tailoring, probably. But I think their love is definitely taxidermy. So that will become clear as we go, and maybe if they visit them. God damn it, I'm misgendering my own fucking NPC. They started as a he, and I changed it because I felt it was more interesting for them to be they. And the picture I found was very they, them, in my personal opinion. But, okay, so... Got that. So a Cooper is definitely a possibility. Ironic. Ironic. What's ironic? Okay. So I've got the monk figured out. Yeah, a Cooper is a possibility. I don't know. I'm just gonna put Cooper for now. Maybe I'll figure something out specifically for them. But the main thing that I've got to figure out for this person is why they are here. Now, this particular collection of people exists because of Winetta wanted to create a steading for people, and eventually a whole community and town for people to come to when they don't have anywhere else to go. Whitesmith. I think you mean blacksmith, but okay. Yeah, blacksmith is another one. Yeah, probably blacksmith would be better, wouldn't it? But they wouldn't have a lot to work with. What's a whitesmith, then? What's a whitesmith? I've never heard of such a thing. Yeah, because I have a woodworker already, so a blacksmith would make sense. Works with silver or steel. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. But probably not to that level yet in this stead. This steading has only existed for like a year, and it has a very small amount of people, so a blacksmith I think will be more useful at this juncture. But, I mean, the blacksmith can work with both. A blacksmith and whitesmith could be both. I didn't know that there was an opposite. That's interesting. But that's good to know. I think I'll go with blacksmith. But I need a reason that they're here. And if they were ousted, we don't do racism. We're not doing xenophobia based upon race or anything like that. Brownsmiths work with copper and bronze. Huh. I have learned something today. Interesting. They need a reason that they were ousted from their society or their family, and why they had to come to a place that was specifically for people with nowhere else to go. So far, we've got a family with a sorcerer whose more extensive family did not accept the sorcery. We've got a person who is trying to escape a formerly problematic. Okay. I'm gonna disagree with you there, and I'm gonna ask you to not say weird stuff like that. I appreciate that, but I appreciate your... Yeah, again, I'm not going the easy route. If you want to go the easy route at your table, you go for it, but if we continue these weird situations and offhanded comments from you, my friend, you should probably find another stream. If you're looking for the easy way out at your table, that's fine, but I'm going to create a story that I like and I enjoy, and it's not the easy way. It's the fun and interesting, beautiful way. So, if you have a problem with that, and if you want to try to, like, convince me or anyone else of these things, you could probably go somewhere else. I'm glad that you found me and were interested enough to talk about your ideas, but your ideas probably won't fit in this situation. So you could probably go. And basically I'm considering this a second strike. If a third one happens, I will block. And ban. So, again, I hope you can understand where I'm coming from, but if you can't, then you can head out to another stream. Thanks for your time. Anyway. So, yeah, you can say your opinion, but that's not what we're here for. Saying racism is the best thing in any setting, real or fantasy, is kind of upsetting. I agree. Philosophy... Okay. Listen, if you want to start an argument, this is also not the place for you. So, I'm gonna go ahead and set my boundary. How about we stop saying those things? Because you're sounding like my dad right now, which is the last thing I want. And my dad is a problematic racist piece of shit. So, you can stop, or you can go bring your weird philosophies elsewhere. You know what you're doing. I'm not gonna argue with you anymore, okay? So, if you want to continue to involve yourself in the conversation, please feel free. If you can be not toxic about it. Okay. I don't know Dark Sun. So, if that's your vibe, that's fine, but that's not what we're building here. And we're not doing racism, we're not doing xenophobia, we're not doing that kind of thing. I've stated that many, many times over the channel, so if you're new to my streams, then now you know. We're not doing that, because it's not interesting to me. Anyway. So, aside from things like that, so we've got the problems with magic, we've got problems with, past relationships, that kind of thing. We've got somebody that was raised as a barbarian, but preferred a peaceful life, so they became a monk. Let's see. I don't know Siriths yet either, so we'll figure that out as well. Um, let's see. Then I've got, yeah, and then Winetta is the one that started the whole thing. So I need one more idea. One more reason for somebody to get ousted from their society or their family. Hi, Safi. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed your grilled cheese sandwich. Is this the starting town or a town they find along the way? This is the starting town. This is where they're going to be set in for at least the first 5 levels, I'm hoping. I need a reason for somebody to be ousted from their family or society that has nothing to do with xenophobia, or they are friends or related to somebody who has created an outrage or crime. Okay. Okay, that's... We also haven't done the whole, like, turning a new leaf thing. So maybe they committed some sort of crime and then they left to try to better themselves. Maybe they were in the wrong crowd. So again, I don't want a thief or anything because I've already got that as part of my party. I've got a rogue. So it's got to be something a little bit different. So this family is like, he was your best friend. I bet you helped. I bet you slash she influenced you slash him. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the turning a new leaf thing. Just because we haven't done that yet, and that is pretty par for the course in things like this. So, all right. So what did he do? What did they do? This person. So I mean, there's stealing, of course, but maybe they were part. Maybe they were a cult? Oh. Oh, what if they were part of a cult? And they got out, but they had to leave. Okay, 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 okay. Okay. I like that. Um so I've got my gods. God of ill luck, insanity, regret, and God of loneliness, loss, and paranoia. So Tiamat is the easy. Okay, so let's say they were ex-cultists, could give a lot of lore and insight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm thinking of too. So let's. I'm just gonna put it under personality for now. Former cult member. Let's do. Tiamat's the easy one. Vecna's pretty up there. What's the vibe that I want? Like, okay. So we'd have to think about one of these gods, and I think I still need to pick at least one more god and fill out Lear up there. But okay. So okay. I think I'm going to do a cultist of Ralashaz, the god of ill luck, insanity, and neglect. I'm gonna make them a little like they were brought into it because maybe they were born with some sort of mental illness and they thought the only way was to like dive into it too far, so like that, that mania. And then they like, woke up one day and realized that wasn't what they wanted, and then left, and then this is where they found themselves. So respectfully, of course, we're gonna deal with that. Maybe they, they're on the up end of their issues, whatever that may be. But kind of exploring that arc of somebody getting better and realizing that life can be lived even though you maybe have some sort of, you know, mental issue, could be very, very therapeutic and just a nice thing to experience. So that's fun. I like that. Let's see. I've got so far. Let me. I've got elves. I've got halflings. I've got a dragonborn. Do I have a human? I don't. I don't think I have a human. Do I? No, I don't. Okay, we gotta make a human. Alright. It's just, I do that all the time. All the time. I'm just like, I forget to make humans sometimes. Okay, that's great. Yeah, male or female or in between is the question. I've got a they, them. How many female and male? Let's see. Whoops, there we go. Nope, nope, not that one. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got 5 guys. Fruity guy, we want a super gay dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so yeah, I need another guy for an equal opportunity gender showing. All right, so we want a guy that's a little not gay but fruity. You want him to slay queen. Okay, cool, great. I'm here for it. So who do we got? Who do we got? He's good, he's good, he's good. Yeah, it would be really, really great to have him be really fruity, and then, like, people are be like, oh, I can't romance him, he's gay. And I'm like, when did he say that? He has never said, way to assume. Yeah. Zesty, I like the glasses guy. That glasses guy? Yeah, he looks pretty nuts. He's pretty great, too. He's too posh, so we'll get rid of him. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah, we like him? Okay, he's great. He's got kind of the vibe. He's got the crazy eyes, and he definitely has that, like, he's in the middle of snapping. So, let's do that. He probably has a skincare routine. Okay. Oh, what if we make him, like, is it an alchemist if you... Yeah, he does have nails. That's great, too. Like somebody that mixes like potions and stuff. So he can be like, he actually does have a skincare routine? Okay, that's great. Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna go with him. I like him. Okay. So, here we go. Botanist, that's the word I was looking for. Alchemy for perfect skin. Okay, so let's see. Profession, we've got, work with me. Botanist / alchemist. We'll do both. So he was like a domestic terrorist. Like he was like blowing shit up for them, and then he's like, I could just make skin creams. Philosopher's ointment. Ugh. All right, cool. All right, so he, him. Whoops. There we go. Human. Alright, so he's fruity. So I don't want to make him posh necessarily, but just like, yes, oh my god, kind of Valley Girl. Like that's gonna be his Valley Girl voice, yeah. Oh my god, your skin looks amazing, that kind of stuff. Fantastic. Okay. Alright, so we need to name our boy. Next most important thing. You're in the beauty community, Harry. Too bad we don't have YouTube in this world, otherwise he would be doing so many makeup tutorials, it'd be nuts. Vincent. Vincent's good. Vincent's good. Hang on, let me look at my lists and see if anything comes out. Vincent is good though. But I think I've used that one before. So dark masculine names. Mortimer is pretty good. Delaney. Vinny. Thornton. No, thank you. Ignatius. Mordecai. Morty. Crowley. That's too easy. Morty. Yeah. Bram. Caradoc. Benedict. Duncan. Duncan's cute. Godfrey. Wulfric. Atticus. Wally. You gotta wait for it to jump out at you, basically. Ichabod? Icky? You can call me Icky Girl. A W sounding name. Okay, let's see. Wilfrith. That's a terrible name. Wilfrith? Ugh. That's just hard to say. Hang on. Girl names. Wigfritz? That sounds like an owl in Harry Potter. Willow's good. Willow, I generally kind of lean more towards feminine. Walter? Samson. Who names their kid Moss? Fucking Willard. Warcrime? Wario? Stop. Wah. No, that's the other one. That's Waluigi, isn't it? I don't know what sound Wario makes. I'm not a... Wah! Okay, he's Wah. That's right. Hang on. Let me see. Come on, Pinterest. Give me something. Names by aesthetic. Royalty Core. Old Money. Academia. What did I say? Winnie. Warren. Warner. Come on, something jump out at me. This is like the longest part. Wario is more of a cheeky, greedy laugh. Mr. Krabs, if he did stop on each syllable. Like that? 1920s names. Character names. Small character names. Wisp, Wick. Those sound like last names. Hey, I did it, yeah. I really don't know Nintendo. I haven't played since, like, SNES version kind of shit, so, like, I am old. I am old and far removed from Nintendo stuff. Oh, that's character flaws. That's not what I'm going for. Oh, God, okay. To Google, then. Hang on. Boy names that start with W. Wade, Walter, Weston, Wesley. Wesley is not bad. Wadley? Wadley. Wadley. I don't know if I like saying that. Waclaw? Why not an L name? Okay, let's do L's. Wesley's good too. What? No! Well, now you ruined it. What have you done? Logan, Levi, Leo, Luke. Legend. Legend. My boy's name is Legend. That's really... Wall clock? Now we're just, like, getting into, like, millennials naming their kids territory where it has to be unique, so you add, like, extra E-I-G-H, like, names. Oh my god. Legacy. No, don't name your kids after things. That's what dogs and cats are for. Logan Paul. No. Imagine the Fruity Sup girls. I'm legend. Like, honestly though. Leandro. Ooh. I like that. Leandro. Landon. Landon sounds like a football player. No thank you. Lance, Lacey, Leaf, Leroy. Leroy! No. Lennox. Lucian. I have a very deep love for the name of Lucian. Lazarus. Leo. Yeah, Leonardo or Liam. Let me look at him again. Where did he go? What do you look like? Not Lucas, because that's somebody's name in my family, and I'm never going to be able to, like, separate the two. Larkin. That sounds very Fae-like, doesn't it? Lathan. What the fuck? Ludwig. Lando. Lando Calrissian? Lex. Leviticus. No. Lancaster. Is Lancaster a first name? Levin. Luigi! Hey, there he is. I love Lex because it has a change of someone misspelling the name and saying sex. No, I don't want to do that. Lyndall. Leary. Lewis. Lad. Lad! Just Lad. His name's Lad. Dude. Guy. Bro. Lawton? Lawton. Lawton? Do I like that? Do we like that? Is Lawton too posh? Who is this person, though? It's Revivebur. What the fuck? He's a Twitch streamer. His name is Wilbur! Who called that? Who called the W? That was... Lawton. What would be the nickname? I don't know. Law? Lawy? Law? No, that's not a good one, is it? His name is Wilbur. Who knew? But I'm not gonna take his actual name because, God forbid, somebody in my group actually... Professor Layton, help! Wilbur Soot. What the fuck is Wilbur Soot? What? He's a Twitch streamer. He made songs like Your New Boyfriend and made some YouTube videos. He's made a lot of You Laugh, You Lose videos. Oh, I do not know... Okay, yeah. This is outside my prerogative. I don't watch many YouTubers anymore. Got popular with Dream. Okay. Well, he's a good-looking lad, if that's anywhere close to what he looks like. Lucan. Lucan? It's kind of like Lycan. We could make him a werewolf. No. He looks like a British child. Okay, fair. That's what a lot of kids these days look like nowadays, like in their 20s. Guys, like with that little fluffy haircut that they're doing nowadays. Does the werewolf also slay queen? Yes, bitch. A woo. Levin, Leiden. Larone. Ugh. Linden. I'm going nuts. I'm going, like, this is where... I'm always here. Oh lord, I'm getting flashbacks to the animatics. He's just an actual furry. No! We're not gonna... Unless I don't think I don't think any of my players are furries. Maybe they are. I don't know. I'm an old part of the fur community from way back, so, like, you know, whatever. But... Llewellyn... Lathan... Leandre. Oh boy. I'm one so sure. No, I am one too. Yeah, no. I'm way back. You love him. You love the wearers. I love the wearers too. That's what got me into the fur community, let's be honest. Okay, maybe L is not... Maybe L is not the thing. Maybe L is not the thing. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna stop focusing on letters. Because I gotta let it come at me. I did not mean for my message to sound aggressive. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. No, it wasn't aggressive at all. Wow, these are not good. Oh, these are for pets. Okay, my bad. Give me... Furries are real as hell. They are. I mean, you can't fault anyone that's willing to pay thousands of dollars for a piece of art. Like, they're single-handedly keeping the artist community alive. So, Sterling? Hi, I'm Sterling. Like, I kind of like it. Or Lennox. Lennox is cool. Again, there's not going to be a lot of... That lands in Ling. Sterling is cool. Or ING. Jasper. No, no! Sappy, why? We're on... That's not how it goes. Jasper. How about Jasper? I like that. Look at him. Look at... Wait, where'd he go? There he is. That looks like a Jasper. Are we in agreement? I could see Jasper, and he got that little lisp for one reason. Jasper. I think Jasper is gonna be the one. Yeah, I think that works. So he's a little touched in the head. He's a little he's a little manic, you know. He gets, maybe he's like a workaholic and he's always doing something, that kind of stuff. Valley Girl, fabulous voice. Okay. So, to run a successful alchemist, alchemy, hello, business. We love crazed fictional men, don't we all? It's a problem. That's why we get really sane partners, and they balance it out. Hi, babe. I know you're watching this in the future. Long-term goal. So, coming from a cult of a literal god of insanity is rough for a variety of reasons. Kind of like, oh, what's the god in Skyrim? Why can I never remember his name? What is his name? Now that's gonna bother me. Hang on. I've gotta look it up. Skyrim... and he wasn't a god. Sheogorath. I got it! Okay. His name is Sheogorath. There we go. Okay. So, if Sheogorath is anything to... Hello, husband from the future. By the time you see this, I have hidden a toothpick behind one of your large furniture pieces. Good luck removing it. That's a talent, Safi. Don't listen to them, honey. It's not true. I have not hid any toothpicks anywhere. If we find a toothpick somewhere, it's probably the cat's fault. Okay. So, what does he want to do? He wants to... So he's an alchemist. He wants to make something specific. He wants a... It's true, I even swapped your underwear and silverware drawer out of spite. Wow. I don't know if that would fit. They're really different sizes. He wants to cure a scar he dislikes? Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, maybe he was... Oh, how real do I want to get? Because I just had a thought, and I don't know if I want to do that. That's too much of a trigger warning. I don't want to bother any of my players. Okay. Cure a scar. Or maybe he has some sort of skin condition or something. Oh, okay. So, a common thing that people with anxiety and various issues... Imagine your Yassify vibes ruins because you got cut under the eye and it's ruining your girly pop blush. Well, I think what it is like one of his tics is probably he picks at his skin. Like if you've ever met somebody with like high anxiety or something like that and they pick at it and it gets really... So he has great skin, but if he doesn't do his like his whatever his routine is for a day. It like he picks it. Okay, I pick my lips a lot. Yeah, see, you know exactly. Um, yes, anxious tics are real and can be painful. Yeah, I yes. Okay, so let's do something like that. He wants to um, develop an alchemical cure-all for all skin conditions. Let's do that. Kind of a general thing. That way, it's not just about him. It's about him serving the community, where he didn't really have the option to do that before. Um, yeah. So it's not too real because I was gonna make it something a little bit more real than that, but we're not. I don't want to do that. But picking and that kind of thing, I think everybody has suffered like picking at your nails when you're nervous or your cuticles. I do that all the time and it hurts like a motherfucker. So yeah. So skin conditions, cool. I like that. All right. Maybe he's developing sunscreen first because let's be honest, all skincare starts with sunscreen. Don't forget that. Wear your sunscreen, kids. Um, all right. So I think that's all of my beautiful, lovely NPCs, and I love all of them, and I hope my players do too. Because honestly, the whole vibe is to get everybody to kind of like, if not crush on any of these NPCs, then at least to want them to make friends with them, you know, that kind of thing. So that's my general thing, and I know a lot of it comes down to the voice. Honestly, I've noticed that or if somebody else makes a great voice, I'm just like, I want to be friends with that NPC. Give him a Taras kidneys, and he will make a rejuvenating ailment that makes you immune to elemental damage for a day. Yeah, it could be something like that. Like skin creams like from Dragon Bile that like make you resistant to their damage type or something like that. That'd be fun. Oh, what if no, here. He wants to run a spa. That's what it is. He wants to start a spa. I love artisan NPCs because players rarely spec into artisan tools. Yes, it's very true. It's very true. It gives them an option when they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Of like, please just imagine like this guy is walking around town and like he talks about wanting to start a spa, and the characters are like, "Take our money and make that happen." Remember Nobu? He's an apprentice blacksmith. I forged 3 to 4 weapons and got a lot of knowledge. Yeah. uh, all right. So I think we've run the gamut of characterization, and I've got a lot to play with. What kind of spa? Just a general like imagine like a what if the player's like someday like in this valley there's I mean it's a mountainous valley, so there's probably hot springs somewhere. So if they find that and tell this guy, he's gonna be like, I'm gonna go open my spa there. Okay, bye. Like like that kind of thing. So it's also an ability to, how in anime not only do they have like a beach episode, but they also have like a spa episode where they go to an onsen and they all just get naked and it's for the pervs. But I love, what do your NPCs smell like? Are really interesting. Okay. Uh, what do your NPCs smell like? Patchouli. It's a witchy game, so they all smell like patchouli and sage. Maybe rosemary if you want to get fancy with it. Uh, so yeah, the ability to eventually have an onsen episode is always great. Genuinely, I use the sense of smell a lot to make my games more immersive and give defining trait to the character. Let me see. Let me go to the top here. Winetta definitely smells like sage. She smells like that earthy kind of. My plasmoid artificer reeks of phosphorus. That's unfortunate. Wanda, I love her name. Juanetta smells like sage and maybe something like something otherworldly because she's from elsewhere. Um, Lila, she smells like soil, like good soil and plants and sunlight. Uh, the kids, Ivy and Fern. Ivy, I mean, Fern smells like she's been rolling around in the grass all day. Dermt, yeah. Honestly, the last time, I don't know what the last time you smelled soil was, but that stuff cures your depression so damn fast. It fucking works. Ivy, I mean, they both smell like sunlight and being outside and wind, and I know those don't sound like smells, but they definitely are. Carrion, it makes me want to eat it. Yeah. Carrion, they smell like chemicals that like salt and like other preservatives and whatever herb that they probably use to keep themselves from smelling too bad, considering they work with dead people, or dead creatures, and also like dyes. Like their hands are probably like they always have like some sort of smell of like plant-based dye. Juliana smells like brewer's yeast, like bread. Gunther just smells like a cook, so like depending on what he's cooking that day, so probably like garlic and stuff like that. Caleb smells like bubblegum. Caleb is gonna smell like bubblegum because he's a wild magic sorcerer, and that's just one of those things that doesn't go away, and maybe it's just one of his magical whatevers that just like he's just like, I don't know why I smell like this, but okay, sure. Cirith smells like wood and sawdust. Fable smells like tea. Probably like chamomile, something like that. Green tea. Ooh, green tea. Yeah, 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 yeah. Magic smells like bubblegum when wild. Yes. And Jasper, I mean, sure. Fey magic smells like bubblegum. I love that. Jasper smells like, I mean, it depends on what his creams are made out of, I guess. I think that's actually one of the wild magic things where everything smells like bubblegum. Aloe vera. Yeah, that's good. He loves aloe vera. That makes sense. That's probably what he started with. And then Basra, who's later on, he's not part of he wouldn't marry an aloe vera. He just has 1,000 aloe vera plants around his house all the time. He just breaks one off and just like feels good. Basra, we haven't met him yet, but he'll be outside of the town. He would be somebody that they meet later, and he's a minotaur. But you know, he smells kind of like earth. He's a shepherd. Like he keeps aurochs, so he probably smells a little bit like cow shit and sweat. So, what are you gonna do? Like a wet dog. After it rains, he would absolutely smell like a wet dog because he's fuzzy. And I love him. I'm already excited. I love minotaurs. I love minotaurs so much. I love putting them in my games. They're so cool. Yeah. That was an interesting thought exercise. Thank you, Safi. I don't know if I've ever thought about. Oh, Basra. Yeah. I'll bring him up. Hang on. Here he's in this. Where did he go? There he is. Look at how freaking cute he is. Look at the ears. I love the ears. He's so good. Yeah, for real. Smash. Yeah. That's my goal for every NPC I make, generally, is smash for various reasons. I love how nobody's ashamed to admit these things anymore ever since Markiplier came on the internet and said how many Pokemon he would smash. Too human for my taste, but I love him as a human. Yeah, he's a little bit more in between. In my other games I have legit Minotaurs just because, you know, what are you gonna do? Smash. But yeah, I always give them southern accents and they're always super duper sweet. Like just gentle giant kind of stuff. But I don't think any of my characters are furries, so I don't want them to be uncomfortable. So yeah. I love them, yes. Alright, I was looking at, I don't need to look at that anymore, I don't need to look at that anymore. That can go away. Alright, I think I'm gonna call it here because we did a lot today. That was awesome. Okay, I feel pretty confident in my first couple sessions. I'm sure I'll have a lot to add. Yeah, smell is definitely fun. I should do that more often and involve smell into my descriptions, especially of NPCs. Is very interesting. They do it in romance books all the time. Um, but uh, but yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here. Um, we'll stream again on Friday. I'll probably continue some more quest writing, just to round out everything on offer for the players when they first get there. Um, but yeah, otherwise, his scent was akin to the one to the one of a rust lawnmower left alone in the Texan rain. Are you talking about my dad? It's for real, like the men of my family always smell like grease somehow. But but yeah, we got a lot of work done today. I'm getting more and more confident in that in those first couple sessions and the world itself. So every smell makes you think of someone. It's very true. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna rest my throat because it has been rough the whole time. But we'll stream again on Friday. What if I said the smell of oddly suspicious fresh cut grass? Oddly suspiciously fresh cut grass. Have a good day. I will see you guys on Friday. Same time, same network, same stream. Have a good day. Go create something. Play pretend. Drink your water. Bye.